Here we have an old Victoria magazine. I'll be tapping and tracing and flipping through. It's from December 1992, and I have this pen I'll be using that's got some crystals in it. Very cute. I hope you can hear it. I don't know how much noise it'll make throughout. Hopefully not a distracting amount, but I guess we'll find out. Here we just trace some of these. But I found this in an antique store, and I'm so fascinated by classic Christmas. I know that it's trending Ralph Lauren Christmas on TikTok, probably also Instagram. I don't know. But I love this red and green and gold situation. I just love a classical, old world type of Christmas. And I like everybody's Christmas, like, or holiday decorations. I think there's merit to all kinds of them. I just think that in particular, for me in my home, also here we have, there's so many ads, but isn't it interesting how inexpensive this bougie bedding is? Kind of wild. Also, I'm sorry for how this is cropped. I did not realize I was cutting out a chunk of the magazine. I've been doing this for a while, but I'm still not so great at the video part. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I'd like to improve. We have an ad for pantyhose. Kind of funny that there's like a stockings ad. I wonder if that's why magazines aren't doing so well. They don't have all the ad space. Or they don't sell all the ads. I don't know. But here we have an ad for gift baskets by Crabtree and Evelyn. And I'm always so curious about gift baskets. I don't think I've ever gotten one. Are they great? Are they that good? I don't know. But I think it would be fun to get like a little basket of jam and fruit or something. Here we have a little letter from the editor. The secret of the best Christmas. It was everybody doing the same things all at the same time. That was to Robert P. Trisham Coffin the secret of the best Christmases. You will all fall to string cranberries. You will all fall too, and string cranberries and popcorn for the tree, he wrote. And the bright lines each of you has a hold on will radiate from the tree like ribbons on a maypole. And then it's just kind of the editor's wee memories of wearing a velvet dress at Christmas. I don't really remember having to get dressed up at Christmas as a kid. It was kind of a PJ's affair. And then we'd go to my grandmother's house, and I'm pretty sure we all wore regular clothes, but it was cold, so we bundled up. Jackets, I guess. Here we have another perfume ad. Look how beautiful the bottle is. Gorgine. But this little photo, I really love the gold. I love this like brass, gold, candlelit, evergreen style decorations. But this bottle's gorgeous. Like these little hinges on the cap. That is too cute. We have some events and occasions, and these were like places you could go with events and exhibitions. Kind of interesting. I wonder if anybody really planned to do things based on what they read in Victoria magazine. Maybe if you were local. But we have here favorite things. The magazine's kind of broken up into little categories like this. This one's favorite things, and it's holly and ivy themed, like the Christmas Carol, the holly and the ivy. And I just love this old world, like red and gold and green and brown, like naturalist type Christmas, like simple, real greenery, red bows on everything, gold bows. I just think it's really classic and really beautiful. But I also love the nostalgic Christmas. Like, I've seen, well, like I said, the Ralph Lauren is trending. Also, here we have a Saturn car ad. That was my first car. But the Ralph Lauren thing is trending, and I think that is beautiful. I think that's classic and beautiful. But I think people just want a classic Christmas, that are into that kind of thing, and that's what I'm thinking. Here we have like a little top hat, a little cup. I feel like they just don't make stuff like this anymore, like well made. Also, this little girl looks a lot like Samantha, the American Girl. And this is the outfit that I would want to wear for Christmas. A white diaphanous nightgown. Maybe black, let's be honest. With a Scrooge candle. And then we have all these plates. Like, they just don't make stuff like this anymore. I feel like everything's, I don't know, meant to be thrown away. And with the Ralph Lauren trending, it's like, am I supposed to have a different Christmas theme every year? Because I don't want that. I want it to be kind of Victorian, kind of Little Women, sort of old school, like Big Ange, old school. I'm old school. Old school kind of classic, just classic Christmas. But like I was going to say earlier, I really love the nostalgic 90s Christmas that I'm seeing a lot of, with the trees with multicolored lights, and I feel like every year they're coming out with new LED bulbs meant to mimic incandescent, and I desperately wish we could just have incandescent light bulbs that weren't going to potentially burn your house down or burn out all the time or raise your electric bill. That would be nice. But here we have the croquembouche, the classic croquembouche, and these little brownie things or whatever they are. But every Christmas cooking challenge or Christmas cooking special from back then has a croquembouche. Well, still now with the challenges, but Martha Stewart and her old ones would always do a croquembouche. I'd never heard of it until everyone was doing it. But this kind of stuff I love too. This embroidery with the metallic thread and the lace. It's just beautiful. I don't know how people do this kind of stuff, like, but the detail is incredible. I was just saying to a friend that I need to, oh look, a perfume sample. I'm sure it's long since lost its smell. I don't smell anything from here. Normally I feel like you open these magazines and you get like, oh, a whiff, like burning me up. But here we have some more perfumes. I'm sorry if I keep interrupting myself and losing track of what I'm saying. But anyway, every year they come out with a new incandescent mimicking light, and it would be nice if that could become standard, or if there was a way incandescent could not be so hazardous or inconvenient. But anyway, I really like that nostalgic kind of Christmas. And the color wheel with the silver tree, further back, like 50s style, 60s style. Also darling. I love that. My mom had that kind of tree when she was a kid. So it must have been 60s. Here we have a recipe for Christmas potpourri. 4 cups red rosebuds and petals, 3 or 4 salal or lemon leaves, 3 to 4 sprigs tallow berries, 1 mini pomander made from a crab or lady's apple, 2 cedar rose or other tree cones, 1/2 cup oak moss, 30 drops rose oil, 30 drops cinnamon oil, 15 drops bergamot oil, 1 cup of 1-inch cinnamon pieces, large dried roses for decoration. And I feel like you just mix all that together, stir in the oils, add the fragrant moss and rosebud, or moss to the rosebud mixture, and let it mellow for several weeks. I feel like people used to make potpourri all the time. Everybody back in the 90s had like potpourri hanging out, like whether it was like fresh and actually smelled like anything, or if it was like totally dried out. But here we have The little gift set again. Just beautiful little gift sets. Here we have this little bath section, and it's all gold themed, which I love. I don't like a gaudy gold, but I like an antique-y gold, but this is just kind of maybe sort of like a gift guide type of thing. But it's funny that it's all themed gold. And now I kind of feel like there was a long time where it was like silver was the thing. Gold was old-fashioned, probably sometime after this, shortly after this, probably. Well, I guess it would have been the millennium. But it's funny that even the ad is gold-themed. What attention to detail. Good ad integration. Here we have the Ashmont Boys Choir join the chorus and rejoice. It's a little article about boys in Massachusetts that come together from all different walks of life to form this little chorus. I wonder if they still do this kind of thing. Is it Catholic? Maybe. I really don't know. I don't know. My grandmother was Methodist. I don't know anything about these kind of organized religions. But their little uniforms are so cute. And, I mean, it seems nice. I don't know. Here we have the velvet dresses that the woman in the letter to the editor was talking about. Dressed in velvet, a Christmas tradition. Is that true? But I love these little girls' dresses. So cute. Well, the one with the ruffs, really. It's just such cute little lace detailing around the neckline and the sleeves here. Kind of Pilgrim meets Wednesday Addams, and the cute little Mary Jane shoes, which I love. I feel like I can feel that lace, though. I imagine it's a bit itchy. Here we have crafts and collectibles, and it's all Nutcracker themed. Set to a Tchaikovsky score, the Nutcracker debuted in December 1892. This month, as ballet companies celebrate with special performances, we've gathered a host of commemoratives. And I love nutcrackers, and I love the Nutcracker, particularly the Maurice Sendak set designed Nutcracker. I have it on VHS. When I fall asleep to it every year, I would say I watch it, but let's be honest. I have a CRTV in my bedroom, and I fall asleep to it, and it's just gorgeous. The sets are really whimsical. Here we have another long expired perfume flap. But these little boxes and things that they came in are so cute for even just little bath products. And here we have a Oliver Twist Dickensian Heritage Village collection. Department 56. I'm pretty sure they're still making things. I saw a few years ago that they had done National Lampoons, which must be now the modern Christmas classic. God, I wonder how far removed we are now from when that came out versus how long 1992 was removed from Oliver Twist. That math would probably be upsetting. But here we have some embossed paper crafts that you can get, or could get, in 1992. Framed little beautiful things that somebody made that you could order. But I kind of feel like this sort of, I mean, prints are beautiful. I do buy prints from artists. But maybe it's the sort of thing you could make yourself to decorate. And I think that's a fun thing to look for inspiration-wise. Here we have a probably integrated perfume ad talking about how you can have a signature scent, basically, and special mistletoe moments type of thing. I love her cravat. And then we've got another little perfume guide. And this bottle is just gorgeous. It's Miss Dior by Christian Dior. An elegant blend of gardenia, rose, and jasmine, which sounds lovely. I don't love gardenia, but the other two. But the bottle is to die for. I think Christine McConnell actually may have used these bottles in a makeup video. But anyway, here we have a little vignette about dearer than memory. Each new Christmas season, we stretch out our arms to gather the happiness that rings out in us like a peal of bells. And it's got a little Christmas Carol book there. And then here we have, this decoration is just beautiful to me. I love the gilt leaves. Maybe they're fig leaves, I'm not sure. But I love this. I love the red ribbon with the gold detailing, gold glitter detailing. And the evergreen branches. I would love to recreate this. No idea how to go about it. But it's also Covington, Kentucky, which I think is Covington, Kentucky right next to Cincinnati. I've been there. But these decorations are just gorgeous. These little glass dangly bits here remind me of the Rainbow Makers from Pollyanna, which I have not watched that movie in so long. My mom loved that actress whose name escapes me at the moment, and we had all of her movies, and she really wanted me to get into them as a kid, and I think I did, only because I was trying to be a people pleaser. I would probably like them now more than I did then, to be honest. But this woman here is in a very festive red coat with the lovely buttons all down it, and then it's open in the front. I was at a salon last winter, and a woman told me, I have really long black hair, and a woman told me that I needed a red coat to make my black hair stand out because I was wearing all black. And I've not stopped thinking about it. I fear I need a red coat. But these little photos of these women in all their festive finery are just so cute. And I love the back setting, the photo mat, I'm not sure what you would call it, of the frosty evergreen. And this woman's little capelet, or this child, maybe she's a kid, and her puppy. I love that little cape. And this is just a beautiful frosty white photo for no reason. Just beautiful. No words on it. Just lovely. And I love this coat as well. Another red coat. But the detailing in the back. It's just beautiful. I love that it comes to a point. I love the structured shoulders. They just don't make stuff like that like they used to. It's just beautiful. And the garland there on the way here. And here we have the Christmas tree from the cover. And this is like my dream tree. I truly want to aim for this. And I'm really not sure how to go about it, but I love the candles, the little clip-on battery operated, I assume, candles. It'd be nice if they were rechargeable, because I imagine replacing the batteries in them halfway through the season would be a nightmare. But those are so cute. I love how kind of busy the tree is, but it makes it look so full. My tree's kind of tall and skinny. And it is full, but not like this. I need to get some garland and ribbon. But all these Victorian style ornaments, like these angels, that you could definitely make yourself if you found maybe like a Victoriana paper craft book, and then this is just fabric, probably hot glued to it. and then little ribbon detail down at the bottom. Put a hanger on it, there you go. And then here we have flowers, which is a really unique idea. My friend does a tree that's all flowers. Her Christmas tree is all faux flowers, and it is beautiful. And then we have this big, beautiful punch bowl. I love glassware like this, but I have no cause. I'm not having Christmas parties. They say millennials lack community. But I can't imagine hosting. That seems so stressful. But people used to do it all the time. I don't know. I just love this gilded, candlelit, old-fashioned Christmas vibe. This is like the perfect magazine for me, for inspiration. It's just beautiful. I really feel like I need to incorporate more candles into my life. But we have more swags and everything, and this is kind of unique because it's like flowers and butterflies if you look closely, and paper and ribbon, and sort of things you wouldn't necessarily think of when you're thinking of Christmas. And I feel like that's an important thing in decorating, is being able to think outside the box. And I have a hard time visualizing and imagining that sort of thing. But I just could look at these endlessly. I love the incandescent glow. I love the candlelight and these odd little orbs and candlesticks. Not that I need anything else sitting on surfaces. I feel like every surface in my house is stuffed full. But this page is very exciting to me. It is from the Actors Theater of Louisville. A Glorious Christmas for One and All. And now I'm feeling like I should go back and look, because Louisville is also in Kentucky, like Covington. I need to go back and look at the event page. Where is this magazine from? Is it local to the Appalachia area? Anyway, I love A Christmas Carol. It's my favorite Christmas story. I watch as many versions as possible every year, and I have an audiobook read by Tim Curry that I like to put on. The Muppet Christmas Carol is my favorite. I do also love, I believe A&E had a mini-series. It's kind of like dark, but it's really long, so I like that. And the Alistair Sim version, and the musical Scrooge from, I want to say, the 70s. I just love every version. I love the Mickey Mouse version. I just love it. I would love to see like a play like this, where it's all so sumptuously costumed and set dressed and everything. Like, it's just beautiful. I need to look out for that and see if there's anything local, because it's just gorgeous. I wonder if this place still does it. Louisville's a bit of a jaunt for me. Bit of a jaunt to be vague, but I would really love to see a really well produced A Christmas Carol. And this one has snow even. That is so cool. It's so cool. This reminds me, of course, of the Bean Bunny scene from Muppet Christmas Carol, and he's like, go buy me that turkey. Was it a turkey or a goose? I'm not sure. I've seen it 1,000 times. And I don't remember what the bird is. But yeah, this is just beautiful. The snow, I can't get over the snow. But it's such a good story. And I love old-fashioned Christmas, as we've established. So it's just quite dear to me. This is really interesting. Dorothy Timberlake's Candies. Remembering how Candy Santas peeked out of Christmas stockings when she was a girl. Dorothy Timberlake, now a grandmother, set about reclaiming the secret to this old-fashioned sweet. Blending barley water with a special syrup, she concocted lollipops and toy candies that proved so charming she turned them into a bustling business. Now, like characters in a holiday pageant, magi, toy soldiers, and angels assemble in the wings of Dorothy's New Hampshire kitchen, waiting to find their way to candy shops and children's stockings. And we have all these old metal candy molds, and it just makes these beautiful glass-looking candies. I have to unfortunately imagine that she's no longer with us, but rest in peace, girl. But also, wish I could try these candies. Did they carry on her legacy? It goes on in this article to explain that her husband asked his wife what she would like for a milestone birthday, and she asked for old-fashioned candy molds. And he got her all kinds, and they had this photo of the house down here. There's an attached kitchen in her candy kitchen, probably because it's a bazillion degrees. How fun to have a little kitchen off the side, this little business, little homespun business that you get to participate in, all these beautiful old molds, and keep like a dying art alive. Do I want to be Dorothy Timberlake? I think I might. I need to become a candy maker. But I just think they're just gorgeous. And they make little ornaments, and of course the little toy soldiers and everything. It's just it's so neat that they kept this alive. I do wonder if it's still operating, and if you can get these molds anywhere. What are they made out of? Who is doing this now? I have so many questions. Anyway, here we have my cat. Here we have my cat. Interrupting. Minor cat break. This is Jelly. Try to coax her out of the way here. Maybe she's feeling some Christmas cheer. I feel like actually she's feeling hunger. She wants her wet food, which she will get in due time. She can sit in my lap for now. But here we have Christmas all through the house, from Flowers of the Meadow. Come Christmas, the pink house opposite the post office, Karen Bradenberg's home and shop in Medaria, Ohio, beckons with good tidings in every corner. And it is so beautifully decorated with all the golden little things and the bowl of oranges. And here we have these odd little brush. Are these horse brushes? Are these like beautiful horse brushes? I don't know. They're probably something fancy, but I'm like from a farm. From a rural farm. So I'm like, that a horse brush? But her candles are beautiful. I just love the glow of the incandescent lighting in these photos too. I feel like lighting nowadays is so cold, and I don't know, something about LED lighting, the flickering, the subtle flickering. I just like the warm glow of an incandescent. On this page, we've got Tiffany & Co. Visions of Christmas. It's the month before Christmas, and the creatures are stirring, especially those in the windows of Tiffany's, where once again artist Robert Heitman, working with design director Jean Moore, has created tiny worlds alive with whimsy and seasonal charms. Using found objects and figures built of wire and clay, Robert fills the store's 5 windows. Last year, they were cleverly detailed scenes of tiny mice frisking about a grand cathedral, a clutch of cats cozy on Christmas Eve, and dogs drinking champagne. On dark December evenings, the windows glow like jewels, drawing passerby to look and to marvel. It's just so cute, all the details, even the wallpaper, and the little flower arrangements, and the little candles. It's just so cute. I love everything about these. I love miniatures, but I love, like, odd little folk art mice in particular. Like, I'm a cat person, but I feel like I've been assigned, you know how every woman gets assigned an animal at some point in their life. I've been assigned mice, and I always get mouse gifts, but I love them. They are not overwhelming or disappointing. I love getting them. Maybe it's because I'm not, like, swamped totally with them. I'm still quite enjoying it, but they're just so cute. Here we have holiday fruit compotes, which is funny that they're talking about it back then, because I mentioned earlier the cooking competition shows, and they're always making some sort of a cranberry compote or something. And I was like, where have these people ever heard this word? How do these people know what everything is? Sorry for my chair creaking also. But here we are in 1992 talking about them. And it looks delicious. These odd little ice cream sculptures with, like, figs and apricots and little currants and berries and things. I'm so curious about that. Little crystallized ginger and all the different little decorative touches. It's just beautiful. Like, where would you serve something like that? For a party, I guess, which I just talked about how I don't host, but I love these bowls of fruit and things too. I have a bowl of cuties. That feels festive. It's cutie season. A bowl of oranges. I'm just channeling 1992. So here we have a bunch of little girls with garland, all in white dresses. It's a little bridal for me. A bit bridal. But I love a thick, beautiful garland like this. I don't know about the flowers on these. I'm of two minds about the flowers. On one hand, I'm like, it is pretty, but it's not like that Christmassy, I guess. Maybe the white, they look too vibrant, I guess, or too alive. Maybe look a little more Christmassy somehow. But I love these swags. I wonder how they're attached. They're just so cool. These are very bridal. What is this, a christening? They're kind of like Santa Lucia type. I don't know. But I love this, like, ribbon draped between. And then you've got, like, this little gold thing hanging down. And the evergreen. Maybe it's, like, pinned here, pinned there, pinned here. Maybe. Just attached to a long white tablecloth. Oh, look, here's some crystal bowls, crystal bowl of nuts. My husband has a client who always gives him a gift of candied pecans, and I look forward to it every year. Never thought to put them in a little dish like this, but maybe I will. I have a few. Actually, my cat's bowl is one of these dishes, kind of like this. Not quite so fancy. Not so fancy, but they are glass candy dishes that I made one my cat's bowl. So it's like elevated, I don't know. here we have a buffet of the turkey spread. We don't do buffets like this anymore. We need this piece of furniture back. I feel like it's just kind of a chest of drawers. But it used to be a big, beautiful, but maybe rich people still do. And I love these like hobnail kind of serving trays and these beautiful lilies here. Again, is that Christmassy? I don't know. Also highly toxic to cats. I love white lilies, but gotta be careful. That's another problem with flowers. I kind of just buy roses, which I like, but I think it's actually my birth flower as well. But anyway, here we have some recipes as well, and these chocolate butter cookies. I was kind of thinking about getting some of those sewing kit cookies and actually just having the cookies in it. Here, I'm trying to show you. That recipe is a clear shot, but I don't know how effective I'm being there. You can order this eagle. It's Linux eagle, very patriotic, not very Christmassy. More recipes. I didn't even know there would be recipes in this. There are quite a few. Holiday winter squash soup. Sounds good. I'll have to go back and look for those. These plates here. It's funny that it's like printed on the page, because I feel like it's always an insert, but my mother always collected plates like this, like decorative plates. She had like a Native American situation. Her house was very, when I was a kid, it was very Southwestern style. There were like cow skulls on the wall. A lot of like pelts, like animal skins. She was very pioneer woman, before pioneer woman. She was very into Dr. Quinn. She still loves Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. That was her favorite show. Here we have some more beautiful little details in these. I need to add some of these pine branches to my bowl of oranges to make it more festive. Where would one procure a pine branch that's not totally full of bugs? I don't know. Again, this lighting, this beautiful incandescent lighting and these glowing candles. I've got to warm up the lighting in my house. And then we've got more little decorative touches here. It's just so beautiful. And everything was so full. I feel like a lot of houses that you see online are kind of barren, kind of sterile. And here we have little things you can order. And you can order those quilted things. Well, you could, probably not now. But you could order those quilted things and these like magazine holders for your Victoria. I wonder if you could find those on eBay. I'll have to look for my one Victoria magazine. I might go back to the antique store and see about getting some other ones. What's this? The Looney Tunes. Okay, alright. And then this is helpful information. And it's kind of like, oh, here it says, below a selection of catalogs and brochures for a variety of products. Booklets are free unless otherwise noted. To order, use the coupon between pages 126 and 127. That's interesting. Sources. Oh, and here's like ads for, oh my gosh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Like, influencers should do this. Like, they should make like a page that's like, where'd you get that sweater? And they're like, oh, here's all my sources. And it's just like this kind of ad spread. That is neat. You're like, oh, I'm really into Victoriana. I need a Victorian gingerbread. I need lace window coverings. Where can I get them? Oh, they're in the back of the book. How nice. But that is the book, the magazine. and I hope to have another one soon.